your computer questions answered is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comments section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes, or you just go to our website, afasterpc.com, click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftEnd support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC has been here, and as Florida begins to open for business,
The Faster PC.
we'll remain open to repair computers 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and 9 to 2 Saturdays. We offer curbside drop-off and pickup, and on-site service where a Faster PC can come to you. And we can fix many computer problems remotely without requiring any in-person contact. A Faster PC is also working to help our customers set up remote access so that employees can continue to work and be productive from home. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 next to the new Dollar General in Port St. Lucie, and on the web at
www.afasterpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. Again, that's 772-878-5978. Even in times like these, when you have computer problems,
You need a Faster PC.
welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio. Your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there, go to www.afasterpc.com, click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page, or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer problems as well in the shop. And of course, Monday through Friday we'll be out in the shop, and also on site and remote solving computer problems, helping you with your computer problems. And let's talk a little bit. By the way, we do have the live streams going on Facebook and YouTube. Took a little bit of time for some reason. Um, Facebook would not load on Firefox on my computer. So I actually loaded it on Edge, which meant that I needed to log in twice, do the two-step authentication twice. Um, and I have to do two-step authentication with Facebook because my account is tied to some advertising accounts. And because it's tied to advertising accounts, they want to make sure it's me that logs in. Now, if you're out there and you're using your computer and you're using a Facebook account or another account, maybe it's just an email account. I know we have customers that say, it doesn't matter. I'm not a big target. I don't really even care if hackers get into my computer. Well, is that really true? I can tell you, we have a computer in our shop right now where, well, it might have left yesterday, but we were scanning it because the person um, their email account was hacked, and they had people, their friends were receiving emails that said they were coming from this person, our customer, that said, that they were, I'm not sure exactly what the email said, but you probably have received some of these emails. Hey, um, can you help me out? I'm stranded in England and I lost my passport and I need help. I need some money so I can get back to the United States. Or I was just in an accident. I really need your help to to get me back on my feet. Or or maybe, hey, can you help me out with this? Or and you know what? If 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 your friends, if your relatives really thought you were in trouble, unless you've just been really bad to them, really, shown them that you're not responsible most of the time, if you've done that, they probably won't help you. But you know what? It For most people, yes, your friends would help you. Your friends would do anything that they could to help you out. And so what happens is when your account gets hacked, then your friends start receiving these types of emails, and those emails, some of the emails may say, hey, um, here's a picture of us, together, and you go to open up the picture. Maybe the picture opens up, maybe it doesn't open up, but what's embedded in that file is actually a script or an infection that starts infecting your computer or starts encrypting data on your computer. We've had these types of things. We actually had one customer that their email account was hacked, and this was a business. So I do realize with a business it's even more severe. It's even uh, more of a consequence if your email account is hacked, because this customer, their customers started receiving emails saying that they were from this customer, this business, saying, here's your invoice. Well, these were customers of this company, and they were used to receiving invoices from this company. So those are really some of the trickiest in the cyber attacks, and that's what when we talk about a cyber attack. We've talked about this in the last few weeks. What are we talking about when we're talking about a cyber attack? Well, we're talking about um, you know s- uh, the internet. We're talking about an attack that comes from the web. We're talking about something that's trying to get in, that's either trying to infect you, or maybe someone's trying to infiltrate your computer so that they can find out information about you. Maybe they want to see if you have a tax document on your computer. A lot of people do. A lot of individuals have tax documents, past taxes, maybe even present tax information on their computer. And if a hacker gets into your computer and gets access to that, well, that's an identity theft gold mine. And sometimes when these hackers get into the computer and they start encrypting data, well, sometimes they're also gathering data from the computer, seeing if they can find social security numbers, if they can find date of birth, if they can find tax returns. Well, if they can find tax returns, if someone can find your last year's tax return, well, they can file this year's taxes for you, just at a different address and collect the refund themselves. This type of stuff does happen, and it is happening, and this is one reason why it's so important to make sure that your accounts are secure. And two-step authentication, even though it's inconvenient, it does make it much more secure for you. And you can set up two-step authentication on really almost any account, including email. So you could set this up on your bank account. You could set this up on Facebook. You could set this up on your email account. And again, with Facebook, some people might say, well, it doesn't really matter if someone hacks into my account. Well, does it? I mean, if someone hacks into your account and starts sending out a whole bunch of spam messages, maybe the worst of it is they're just sending out ads. Well, even if they're just doing that, I mean, they're doing that on your account, and it kind of looks like you're doing it. Some of your friends are going to think you're doing it, or they're going to think, well, so and so their account is hacked. They're going to think your account is hacked, and of course it would have been at that point. But you want to prevent that from happening. And again, it sometimes it's not just ads. Sometimes it's a link that will infect your friend's computer, or attempt to take money from your friends or from your relatives. So you want to secure your accounts. So how would you do this? Well, first of all, what you want to do is you want to go into the settings for the individual account. If it's an email account, go into the settings of that email account. If it's a Facebook account, you can go into the settings of Facebook and you can turn on two-step authentication. If it's your bank account, again, you can turn on two-step authentication. Now, what do we mean by two-step authentication? Well, I talked about it a little bit ago when I was, having to log into Facebook. I have two-step authentication on Facebook. So what that means is that not only do I have to type my username and my password in and type that in correctly to get in, I also have to authenticate with a code. Now, Facebook, the way Facebook does it, they have a code generator that's in the app, and I can open on my phone, on my smartphone, I can open up the Facebook app, and I have to find the location where the code generator is. I can open it up, and it generates a different code every 30 seconds. Now, some providers will use their own code generator. Some providers will also use a third-party code generator, such as the Microsoft Authenticator or the Google Authenticator. There are other authenticators out there, that apps that where you can actually link your account, and that authenticator provides a code that works for about 30 seconds, and it changes every 30 seconds. It's kind of similar if you've ever done really high-end banking, moving, maybe wire transfers with a lot of money. Typically, the banks will have a little chip that you have, that you keep kind of near your computer, and it has a code that changes every 30 seconds. It's kind of like that, except it can happen right on your smartphone. Typically, you also can receive either a phone call or a text or an email to a phone number or an email address that you have already entered into the the various provider, whether that is your email address, or if it's your bank, you're going to enter in an email address to them. if it's your Facebook account, you're going to enter an email. I know Facebook, I don't know that Facebook will send you an email, but I know that they'll send you a text. If you can't get to the code, they'll send you a text. I know my wife always does a text because it's well, the code generator, they kind of move the code around, and that can make it a little bit tricky to find where's the code generator. I've talked about it. I talked about it today even a little bit. Well, maybe not today because I did find the new location. But basically on your phone, you go into Facebook, you click on more in the lower right-hand corner, and then you scroll down to settings and privacy, and then, it's settings and privacy, and then under settings and privacy, right at the bottom is code generator. And you click on that and it generates a code. Again, that changes every 30 seconds, it changes. So this is a way, and it is a way that, by the way, it's important that you also make sure that your accounts have correct and accurate email addresses, phone numbers. If you have a secondary email address, make sure that that's accurate. If you get rid of an email address or you stop using an email address, or maybe you forget the password, we help customers change their passwords. So, if you forget your password, you're not sure how to get into your computer. We do this on a regular basis. Customers come in or they call us on the phone, and we can help you retrieve your account password. But one of the things that makes that much easier is if you have a phone number linked to the account where you can receive text, or some providers will allow you to receive a phone call as well, or an email, and make sure that the secondary or alternate email address is still functional, that you can still get into it. If you just say, hey, some of our customers have said, you know what, I'm getting too much spam, I'm getting too much junk email on this email address. I'm just going to get rid of this email address and go to another email address. Well, before you do that, think, do I have that email address? Is that email address used as a primary or secondary email address with any of my online accounts? Because if it is, you want to go to those accounts, you want to get another email address, you want to go to those accounts, log in to those accounts, and change that primary or secondary email address so that it's an email address that you actually have. We have one customer, he said, hey, I'm getting too many spam phone calls. I'm just going to change my phone number. Well, when you change your phone number, you have to think, was that phone number linked up to any of my accounts that I log into? If it is, go to those accounts and change the phone number on those accounts. Maybe even do that before you get rid of the phone, just so that you can make sure that you can actually get into that account and make that change. We had one customer, with computers, new computers, Microsoft really wants you to use a Microsoft account. In fact, with Windows 11, they make it almost impossible to log in without a Microsoft account. It is possible, by the way, but when you first set it up, they want you to log in with a Microsoft account. Well, you have your computer, maybe you don't have all your information, maybe you don't even know. A lot of people don't even know whether they have a Microsoft account or not, much less the username and the password. So a lot of people create a new Microsoft account, and then they might buy Microsoft software, not even realizing that they already have Microsoft software in a previous Microsoft account. It's kind of important to keep those things straight. But sometimes people will even, I'll show them, I'll just use an email address that I don't have access to anymore. Well, one day you might actually forget the password and need to use that email address to get back into the system. You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, This is your last opportunity coming up. 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, a Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftEnd support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to a Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for a Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop, we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Did we lose you, Brian? Where are you at?
So something happened over there with WPSL. We're gonna have to come right back in there to the connection at WPSL. Let me see if I still have that page open. I do not. So we'll get back over there to WPSL. But meantime, um, well, some of these things happen sometimes with little glitches. I saw Zoom saying that it was trying to connect. I was actually connected, so it was kind of weird. But anyway, we're going to get right back over there, and you can type your question into the comment section of the live video that's going on right now, and we're joining right back in with uh, with Facebook here, or excuse me, with Zoom, getting back connected to the studios here. So anyway, one of the things we wanted to let you know is, and you hear me again. Sorry about that. Some reason I saw Zoom saying that it was trying to reconnect, but I was already connected, so I ended up leaving and coming back in. So I don't know. It's weird how it's happening, but we're back for the final segment of today's show. You can take a breath now, Cliff. What do you do when you're on live radio and something drops off? You gotta keep the show must continue. The show must go on. Anyway, we're here. We're ready to work on your computers in the shop, ready to answer your questions. One of the things we were talking about, in the last segment was this two-step authentication, and with two-step authentication, um, it can be a hassle. You definitely do need to make sure that you keep access to those devices that you need to get into, to authenticate. Um, and it can be an extra hassle, but it can provide an extra layer of security to help keep your accounts secure. Um, so you know that what would actually have to happen for someone to hack into your account, they would have to know the username, they would have to know the password, and then they would have to have access to another device that can access one of the authentication methods. So if it's an email, they would have to have some way. They would either have to have access to that email account. Um, and this, by the way, is one reason why it's smart to not use the same password for every email address or for every account. Let's say, for instance, that you had an email address at Yahoo, and you had a password for that email address at Yahoo. And then you went over to Facebook and you set up an email or set up an account, and you use that same Yahoo email address, and you also use the same password. Well, you guys may realize that Yahoo was hacked. They were hacked probably, I don't know, it was several years ago. It might have been 8 or 9 years ago that they were hacked. They actually didn't tell people that they were hacked for about 2 years until someone found out that Yahoo was hacked, and I think started releasing it. And then Yahoo came clean and said, "Yeah, we were hacked." And when they were hacked, by the way, they didn't get all of the password, but they got part of the password. And the thing is, if people had a simple password, then the hackers were able to figure out the rest of the password. Well, if you use the same password, let's say at Yahoo, and you used it at Facebook, now the person has your Yahoo email address and your Yahoo password. And if you use the same password at Facebook, they can just go over to Facebook, type in your Yahoo email address and that same password, and lo and behold, they have access to your email or to your Facebook account. Then, if you had two-step authentication set up, and let's say Facebook, I don't think they use email for authentication, but let's say they did, and they had your Facebook, your Yahoo email address and password, they could actually access that account and get the code. And again, I don't think Facebook uses email for two-step authentication, but I know that banks do very often. I know that for instance, if you need to reset your password at Facebook, you can get an email to reset the password. So if they knew your Yahoo email address and password, and you use that same email address with Facebook, then they can actually go over to Facebook, type in your Yahoo email address, type in a password. When it doesn't work, they can click Forgot Password, send a code over to your Yahoo email address, go to your Yahoo email address, get the code, and then they can reset your password at Facebook. So you have to just outsmart these guys. And one of the things that you have to do when you start seeing, hey, I'm having some issues, something is happening here. I need to make sure that that you know when you start seeing signs, you start having people call you or send you an email and say, hey, I received a strange message from you over on Facebook, or someone calls you and says, was your account hacked? Or you start seeing messages, coming to you on Facebook. Was your account hacked? You start seeing emails that say, was your account hacked? You know, or people call you. That would be even a better way, because what happens sometimes. People, when a hacker gets into an email address, we've seen this happen. The hacker gets into an email address. The hacker will go in and create a filter that automatically deletes all messages that come in to your inbox. And some people don't even really know they were hacked. They just know, hey, I'm not getting any emails anymore. Or some people say, well, I'm getting my emails, but they're all coming into the deleted folder. Well, there's a reason they're coming into the deleted folder, because a hacker got into your account and he's actually using your account, or she, whichever, they might be a woman. Not all hackers are men. We don't want to be sexist here, but one of the things, when a hacker gets in, they can actually get in and they can create a filter that automatically deletes all of your emails, and which would move them into the deleted folder. And you might, we've had customers that have said, my emails have been in my deleted folder and this has been happening for a month or two. Well, your account was compromised a month or two ago. Why didn't you come to us sooner? People just think, well, my email is messed up and everything's coming in, but it's coming into my deleted folder. They don't realize it's coming into the deleted folder because a hacker got into their account. A hacker knows your username and password. And that's a dangerous thing, because when a hacker knows your email address, username, and password, again, they can probably use that username and password to reset your accounts at various other locations. Hopefully they can't get into your bank account, but if they can get into your bank account, well, that's a problem. If they can get into your Facebook account, that's a problem. If they can get into other accounts out there, that's a problem. What if they can get into your brokerage account? If you have a brokerage account, you want to protect these things. And one of the ways is using secure passwords. Another way is turning on two-step authentication, but again, making sure that you have access to that device, or to whatever it is, whether it's a text message, make sure that you can get text on that cell phone. If it's a phone call, make sure that you can receive phone calls on that number. If you change the number, you've got to change your, that information at those accounts, whether it's your bank account, your Facebook account, your email account, whatever it is. You need to go to those accounts and change that information so that you can continue to get that two-step authentication to log in. Sometimes once you've logged in, you can say, trust this device, and then you don't need to do that for a while. Well, that can be a little bit dangerous, because maybe you don't need to do it for 2 years. Maybe you don't need to do it for 3 years, but maybe then you get a new computer and all of a sudden you realize, well, wait a minute, that phone number, I haven't had that phone number for 2.5 years. Well, there's a problem. You needed to change that 2.5 years ago. If you got a new phone number, got rid of that phone number, and a lot of people, you're cutting costs. Maybe you're getting rid of your landline. You're getting rid of, you're cutting out some things that you don't need. Well, you need to make sure that you're actually keeping up to date with your accounts. And sometimes your accounts, you go in there, you log in, and they'll say, verify this information, verify your contact information. And I've seen customers all the time say, well, why are they asking me this? This is just, it's a waste of time. I don't want to do this. Well, just look at it. Take a few seconds, look at it, see if it's correct. If it is correct, tell them it's correct. If it's not correct, if your numbers have changed, if your backup email address has changed, make the changes there so that if something happens, if you forget your username and password, or maybe something happens to you and your friends, your relatives have to get into your account to help finalize any final end of life things, you want them to be able to get in there as well, but you want them, you don't want hackers to get in there, but you want to be able to have the means to reset your account if necessary. And sometimes it is necessary, especially when you get older and maybe your memory's not quite as good as it used to be, and you don't remember your password, or you think you know your password, but it's not the same password that your provider thinks is your password, because you changed your password at some point. Well, and you didn't write it down when you changed it, and then you forgot that that what the password is. Well, you want to be able to reset those accounts. And of course, if those passwords, if you're having any problems with any of this, we help people with phones, with computers, helping them log into their email account, log into their Facebook account, log into their iPhone, their iPad, into their Android phone. We can help with all of these types of things. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it takes some time. Sometimes it's a process. Sometimes you have to prove to the people who you are by sending a copy of your driver's license or some other information that verifies who you are to them. If you need help with any of that, we do provide that service, and we help many of our customers with those needs.
And we're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website at fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5. And next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title to tomorrow's sermon is A Love Worth Waiting For and Remaining Faithful To, Part 5, Raising God's Standard. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church Facebook page, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. You can find a Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for a Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. Our Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.fasterpc.com. Again, that's fasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
This time of year, some people fast certain things, commonly red meat on Fridays. Jesus said that after his death, his disciples would fast, and he didn't limit it to a certain time of the year. Fasting on a regular basis can have a profound impact on your physical and spiritual life. Consider periodically fasting something and spending extra time praying and reading the Bible, and see the positive impacts on your life.
This is WPSL Port St.